earlier today and continue with part 19 of Guaranteed Solutions. Anahanta Chakra, which gets stuck with attention need and approval seeking. So the book, as I've spoken about in the past 19-20 days, is a book called Guaranteed Solutions, written by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And the chakra that I have been reading, the chapter that I'm reading from, is based on the chakra called Anahanta Chakra, that which cannot be created, and it gets blocked by attention need and approval seeking. And we've been going through the subtleties of what is love, what is true love, how we experience love, what is available to us, and how do we get there, what other things block it, like ego, for instance, us not being integrated. This blocks us from allowing ourselves to melt into existence, which is the pure love that we often seek to connect with, but often miss also. So we've spoken about transactional love, we've talked about conditional love, we've talked about unconditional love, etc., in the past few days. So all I do is I read from the chapter a couple of pages and then look at what insights come up. So yesterday, where I left off was where Swamiji was actually talking about how we don't go to the root of anything, and especially when it comes to love, the root of love is God, but we don't actually dive in completely and experience that. So I'm going to continue now from where I left off. Okay, so Swamiji says, let me go back a few lines. Okay, so you will understand that all that you see are illusory happenings held together by the real thread that is existence. Automatically you will start loving everything in the same way without any trouble, because you will see only existence in everyone and everything. Of course, you have to allow this transformation to happen in you. Only then it will happen. Any change in you is a shift in consciousness. It is not any switch. Love is the only thing that can make you feel that you are a part of existence. So the importance of having this chakra completely open up, and for us to be able to experience existential energy, it's important to allow the transformation, the shift from a conditioned way of existing to a more expansive, more unconditional way of living. So of course, what is the definition of madness? Is doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result. So if we're going to constantly behave, act, or think thoughts that about love which are from a conditioned way, then we cannot expect to experience unconditional love. So what's important is to allow the transformation to happen, which we often don't. So that's what Bhagavan is saying, that any change in you is a shift in consciousness. So allowing, even if it's a small tiny inch of shift to happen, let it happen. So I'll continue reading. You can talk for years and years about existence or God and still not have any experience of it. Of course, your ego will be nice and solid because you feel that you know so much about God. But if you look in, there will be no solid experience. And because you have no solid experience, you keep getting caught with words. Because if you stop talking, there is nothing left. There is no experience to enjoy. Start feeling love towards existence and you will experience God in all the small things that happen to you. Because all of you are here, I'm talking so much to you. If you were not here, I will be continuing to talk to this banyan tree and all the plants. Every leaf here talks to me. That is the language of real love. For years together, people have been telling you that you are an advanced species of animals. Be very clear, animals are not animals. Each and every atom on this earth is divine, a part of existence. If you understand this clearly, you will be able to start feeling for everything around you. Your body does not need love, but your being needs it. Love is an adventure where you go into disillusion. where when you are not, love is. I'm going to repeat this. When you are not, love is. We don't have the courage to not be, and so we hold on. We pull back from unconditional love. Those who are ready to take the adventure into dissolution, into experiencing the whole, are the brave ones. The ordinary love that you know is like fighting within four walls. You fight with complete security. Real love is like fighting in the cold on the open streets. The courageous ones will fight on the streets and win. When you fight within four walls, you are secure, but your life is as good as dead. You are like a living corpse. When you are ready to fight on the streets, you are full of life and alive. I'll just pause there for a moment while something that's come up. A while back, when I was contemplating on how we've advanced in society, I was looking around me and I was like, we've actually come up with solutions for many problems. So if we've had a problem at some point, as a society, we've come up with different solutions for those problems, but we become so caught up in making sure that we don't even have a problem, okay, that we have actually become very dead in the attempt to make things safe. We've actually ended up becoming dead. And here, when Swamiji is saying, when you are ready to fight on the streets, you're full of life and alive. So the problem, I feel, has been not so much that, okay, let me say this again differently. The problem has been that because we have felt insecure, we have found ways to become secure, but the real security would be in feeling the powerfulness to be able to handle any problem, anytime, anywhere it comes up. Not so much that it's like having $1 million or pounds or whatever, euros in the bank account, working to have that money in the bank account, and then one day feeling secure, or feeling secure in knowing that there is money in the bank account, but then the health and the relationships are completely deteriorated. So the point I'm wanting to make is that in the drive to make things safe and secure, we have actually lost the zest for life, the aliveness, the spontaneity, the presence that we can actually experience. We've lost that. That's what that came up. So I wanted to share. Next thing. So I'll continue reading. Again, understand you need not have any fear of fighting in the open. If you fight knowing that you're fighting under the compassionate eyes of existence, you need not fear. Because even if you fall into its very lap. But you have to have the courage to stand up and fight. That is the step that you take on your side. The rest, existence will take care. So here, when Bhagavan is talking about His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam is talking about, it's not literally fight as in fight, but the context here is that when you've taken away all the security blankets, when you've taken away all the security nets, if you like, safety nets, take away all the safety nets, then what's left is the complete belief that you will be taken care of by existence, completely taken care of by existence. So it's like falling backwards into the lap of the cosmos and knowing that the cosmos will catch you. Existence will catch you. Okay, so this will happen if you are just a little more than curious to know the truth. Mere curiosity is not enough. If you are just curious, you will come, flirt, and get away. If you are more than curious, if there is a burning desire in you that surfaces at least once in a while, you can start knowing and experiencing the truth. If you're merely curious, there will be no devotion or dedication. If there is a fire, there will be devotion and dedication. Dedication is what brings you here again and again. Try as you might to run away from me, you can't. You might stay away from me for a few days, but the burning desire inside will draw you to me again and again. To discover true love, you have to have this intensity within you. Love as much as you can without asking for anything in return. Loving for a reason is not love, it is just a business deal. Which I feel is how society works. We mask it in many, many, many different ways. But if you just look at the rate of breakups, divorces, etc., it shows that we don't really, we think we get love, but we don't. Actually, they're just business deals. Sometimes people, again, Swamiji's talked about this before, that men are stuck in the Muladhara Chakra, which is the base chakra, and women in the Swadhisthana Chakra, which is the next chakra up. And between these two, depending on the insecurities either one, or greed either one has, usually a relationship happens like a business deal, but it's masked as love. When you can love without a reason, when you can love anything and anyone that comes your way, you will release tremendous inner energy and beauty. You will appear simply beautiful, irrespective of whether you are physically beautiful or not. And one more thing, don't think that unconditional love will not get you back anything. It will get you back things in more than one way. But you should evolve to an extent where you see these things coming to you and remain unaffected by them and continue loving for the sake of loving. Your intelligence will make you see the things that you get in return, and the same intelligence will keep you blissfully untouched by them. There will be a revolutionary change in your heart, and you will be a new person. You will find the change in you, and so also will others. People will develop a new kind of respect for you. They will see that you are flowering in a way incomprehensible to them. They will be able to feel the energy that you radiate. To be able to love unconditionally, you need to be free. When you feel free and liberated, you will be able to love without a worry and reason. What do I mean by liberation? Not being bound by caste, creed, sect, religion, family, relatives, and whatnot. Because when you are bound by all this, your love will remain bound, and bound love is not real love. How can you love with boundaries? It is against the very definition of love. It is flowing, right? So there can't be any boundaries. I'm not saying that you should forget your family, religion, etc. Just don't see love in the context of all this, that's all. When you love like you are liberated. When do you feel liberated? When you are free from all bondages of these things, when you don't identify yourself with any one particular thing. When you feel that you belong to the whole of existence, then you can love without any boundaries. I always tell people, if you're able to feel my love in each other, then you have had a glimpse of real love. Because as I told you, it is very easy to love me. But if you can feel the same love that you feel towards me, towards the other devotees, also, then you have caught the thread of real love. Then you have started feeling existence in everything. Then slowly you will move on to embracing everything and everyone as part of existence. Yes, we will. Okay, so there we go. That's the last part. Then slowly you will move on to embracing everything and everyone as part of existence. Yeah, I was during this reading just basically to keep enriching in a way. I have started enjoying it so much that I come on live just because I enjoy it. If you're getting value from it, great. And I was wondering, when I just kept turning the pages but didn't really look to see how long it'll take me to finish this chapter, etc. I was in no particular rush, so I would have taken as long as it takes. But actually, we have come to the end of the chapter because the next part is the Mahamantra meditation and the instructions for that. So the chapter on Anahanta Chakra I've just finished reading that. And today's part 19. So just a few pages every day. It's we get to hear Swamiji or read what Swamiji is having to say in very subtle ways, what's available to us, what real great depth of experience is available for us, and where we're caught up in the small shallow things of our life. This is an invitation for you to have a look at You can read the Guaranteed Solutions. This is the book, Guaranteed Solutions by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. I invite you to read the book or watch the videos that I have posted from part 1 to part 19. I'll be posting it on my YouTube as well. I'll say a quick hello to everyone. So I'll just scan through to see who has been. So Zlatinka waving it. Zlatinka Luang, Monica Frick, Ajay Agarwal, Sharila, Steve Lay, Christina Siansi, Paramashivam Maharaj, and Naomi. Yes, Nithyanandam to all of you. Thank you for watching. I'm just very, very excited that we've been able to, and that I've been able to continue and finish the chapter on Anahanta Chakra. And it is, I have to say, practically I do as many steps as I can that Bhagavan is sharing in this book. And in many ways, I do contemplate on whether I'm being conditioned or in the space of unconditional love. Many situations have happened where I have felt to really test it in that moment to see what is the right thing. Will I do the right thing, or will I do what is pleasant? And oftentimes I've stretched out to do the right thing, which is be in the space of unconditional love in situations, and it has only rewarded me. So I wouldn't say that I am all the time in that space. I would say that I aim to be as much as possible in a day in that space, and where I am not, I complete. So that I can get to that space of being one with existential energy, being the space of oneness with Bhagavan, because that's the experience I know that is available. So I want to thank you all for watching, for supporting, and I will upload this video onto YouTube as well, onto my YouTube channel. And this is the end of Anahanta Chakra chapter from the Guaranteed Solutions. So today, day 19, part 19 is the end date. Thank you again. If you have any feedback, let me know. If you have questions, let me know. Yes, Sarah Chongo, wave at you. There you go. Now I can do it. I can just touch on my screen and do it. Okay, great. Thank you guys. Nithyanandam.